That's good.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh God. That's good right
Oh
there.
God.
Thank you.
Oh God.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'm 40 years old now. I can't be a running back anymore. I can't play basketball anymore. I can't do this. I can't do that. And your dreams are just, I wanted to marry somebody. And now I can't marry him because I had a baby, so your dreams are just, and then you start walking around like this all the time. And even though the people out in the world can't see these weights on you, they see this. Why are you talking about, oh, I love God. I love him, and they're like, yeah. But the sinner's saying, yeah, but why she live like that if she loves him?
Come on, that's good. That's good.
Why she walking like that if she loves him?
Come on. That's it. Because that's exactly what they do.
Why is she dressing like that if she loves him?
My God.
I mean, I'm a diva. I'm not even going to lie. I got a shirt that says high maintenance, and I know I'm high maintenance because I'm God's child. I should be high maintenance.
That's right. That's right.
I'm a diva because I know I'm a diva because I'm God's diva.
That's right. That's right.
Divinely inspired, virtuous, anointed woman of God.
That's right.
I love Jesus. And I'm in my purpose. You know why I'm in my purpose? Because I do what I love to do.
That's right.
I'm working on some products right now to grow hair. And I'm working on some other projects where I'm working on getting some patents to do some other things, some other inventions that God has brought my way, and some things that I'm praying on. And I'm just constantly developing because I'm a creative person. I'm constantly creating. And my sisters, they don't understand me. Like, they went and got their nails done yesterday. And I was like, you know, I'll get my toes done with y'all to be happy. And they're like, oh my God, the concert's in like less than an hour. You don't have time to do your nails. I was like, I'm doing my nails because that's something I got to do for me.
That's right.
And I'm going to do it myself because that's something I like to do because I'm a creative. And they're like, we don't get it. And I'm like, the concert won't be the same if I let somebody else do my nails. I can do it myself. And they're like, what? Because that's what's inside of me.
That's right. That's right.
And I don't care if you don't like it.
That's it.
You can go to hell if you want to.
That's right.
And I would say, well, that's fine. Well, you go to hell. You go to hell because I already know I'm not going.
That's right.
I'm good
That's
with
right.
it.
That's right.
I'm good with it because I'm confident in who I am, and I'm raising my children to be confident in who they are.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And I see them birthing out to be so young, birthing out so many things. Because what? Their mom is in their purpose, so if mommy's in her purpose, then they don't have a problem being in their purpose.
That's
If
right.
mommy's okay being strange, then, oh, you know what? It's okay if I'm different. But right before I left here, my daughter, she told me, I had a dream, Mommy. And I bent down, I said, okay, baby. They call her Mini-Me. She was just like me, literally. And I said, what was on in your dream? She said, Mommy, these little girls came to me. You know, and there's not a lot of children around us. But she said, Mommy, these little girls came to me and they said, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you. And she said, Mommy, in that dream I said like this. She said, and I felt like I was in the dream. Now listen, my little girl is 4 years old, okay? And she's getting a revelation that some of us haven't gotten until we were 20 or 80. She said, I told them, if you don't like me, that's okay because I like myself. I was like, that's where we need to get. We need to get to that place. It doesn't matter what we've had in life. It doesn't matter what we've gone through in life. Do you like yourself? Do you love yourself? Well, you stopped dreaming.
Well, come on.
So when you stopped dreaming, guess what?
That's good. It became a burden.
I'm ugly. Ooh, I'm fat. Ooh, I'm not pretty enough. Ooh, my skin's not clear enough. Ooh, nobody's ever gonna love me. Oh, so you create your own misery that you're blaming God for.
Come on, come on.
That you're mad at God for.
Come on, come on.
When you did it yourself.
That's good.
And you gotta learn to stop putting so many things on God.
That's right.
And realize that some of that is on you.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
So shattered lives, broken dreams, somewhere along the road of life, things happen and it causes us us to give up on our visions and our desires, and especially our dreams. We learn to conform and fit into a box, and over time, even the smallest dreams die. So, when you think about that, think about this, like, ooh, if I'm different, like back in the day, you know, ooh, if I'm different, they might cut my head off. Ooh, if I'm different, I may not have the same friends I have. Ooh, if I'm different,
Come on.
people may not understand me. Ooh, if I'm different, I may not get that promotion. Well, maybe you're called to be an entrepreneur.
That's right. Come on. That's
Maybe
good.
that's why you're stuck in the same dead-end job, because you really have something else that's being birthed inside you that God's been trying to knock you on the head for 30, 40 years, and you just don't get it. Or you think, you know what, ooh, well now I'm too old to do this. But Moses wasn't called until he was 80 to go back and deliver an entire nation.
That's
He
right.
was 80 years old.
That's right. Come on.
So you can't say, oh, well, I'm too old. And even let's say that you always did want to be a running back. Let's say that you did want to be a quarterback. Let's say that you did want to play basketball. Let's say that, you know, things that's in your heart and in your life that you just believe, okay, well, I'm too old now to do that. For me, I've always wanted to be a dancer. It's been so huge in my life, I used to weep over it. Because I grew up in a church where they wouldn't let you do that. And I love to dance. Oh my God. I love to dance. And I finally realized that that is something I love to do. I put everything into it, into my dancing and into my worship before the Lord. Because I love to worship before Him. And I love to feel His presence as He dances with me.
That's right.
Because He dances with me in every other area of my life as well.
That's right. That's right.
And before I had babies, I had C-sections, I had problems. They were like, you'll never be able to move like you were again. And I said, you know what, God? But I've still got this dream inside me. I still got this desire. It's still there. And I was like, I remember being at the lowest point in my life, and I was like, well, God, how am I going to dance again? I'm sitting up here, I'm laying up here. It's been 2 years. I've had this baby. I'm still having pain. You know, I had my C-sections way too close together, my children, and I had problems. And I said, well, God, I want to dance before you. I said, that's what I want to do. And I was like, and I called the schools, and they were like, well, you're too old. You're too old. I was like, what? Oh, you got to ever hear that. Not me. You know, I'm going to be young forever. You know? But they were like, you're too old. They were like, you know, children start at certain ages or whatever. And then God was like, well, why do you have to dance? Why do you have to dance for somebody else? Why can't you dance for me? And as I began to dance for Him, and I began to do worship dances and praise dances and things like that, I got called different places to do this and called different places to do that, to express my creativity. And as I began to do that, God began to heal my body from the inside out. He began to teach me how to eat and how to take care of myself and and what I needed to do for me. Even though, you know, everywhere I go out, people make fun of me because of the way I eat. But I know what God did for me and why I'm where I am. And the only reason I can leap and dance and be excited about God and really, really, you know, do a worship song to a song I never would have made it and really, really do it is because I had that dream, and I didn't, even though my dream died, there was still a spark left in me. And that spark got ignited.
That's right.
And that fire got ignited. And it became a reality.
That's
Because
good.
it wasn't,
That's good.
it was an unfulfilled dream that God expanded.
That's right.
Thank you, God.
It was an unfulfilled dream that I saw again.
That's
Thank
good.
you, God.
So I remember meeting your pastor, and I remember that through it all, everybody thought he was just tough, and he was it, and nobody really knew the soft side that he had. And somehow God allowed me to see that, you know, through him working at McDonald's and stuff. And he had this heart that nobody really knew about. And I remember he got to a point in his life when he was really, really low, and he would listen to people sing, and it would, you know, some of the stuff he would hear that would be recorded would be people who weren't churched, you know, and weren't in the church, and it would just sound like garbage. It would be terrible. It would be some of the worse stuff. And he's like, he'd be mad. He'd be like,